race fans, it's time. The 20th anniversary for the Schaeffer Southern National Series. They came from 8 different states to show you what makes them great. It's time to start the 20th anniversary. The Schaeffer Southern National Series out of turn 4 is green. It'll be Dome on the outside of McIntosh. Up the hill goes Dome. He'll take the spot off of turn 2. Meadows will take third, going to Hornet's Nest for 4th. It'll be Madden to the inside of the 55 of Hicks. Lap number 1 will go to Zach Dome. Dome will show the way on lap number 1. McIntosh second. Boy, Madden slipping back through the field. He's going to go into the grasp of Chris Ferguson right now. Off of turn number 4. It will be Dome leading the way again. Ferguson will get by Madden, so he will take the 5th spot for now. They'll continue to cycle around. Going to Hornet's Nest for the second half of the top 10, but out front, it is Zach Dome right now, showing the experience here at Beckley, leading Donald McIntosh, Chris Meadows, with 3 laps in the books. They'll continue to filter things out outside of the top 5. Chris Ferguson and Chris Madden, they're going door to door at each other, back and forth. 2 previous series winners going at it for the 5th spot. On the front side of that's Benji Hicks. They'll continue to filter their way around. 53 laps is a long time here around the 3/8 mile of Beckley Motor Speedway. Zach Dome still out front. Donald McIntosh second. Chris Meadows committed to that bottom. He's running third. Leaders continue to filter their way through. Here's Ferguson. He'll take a look back to the inside of Madden. They just can't get away from each other. Those 2 have been going at it. Elbows up for that 5th spot. As they continue to filter their way through. 6 laps in the books. McIntosh trying to run down Zach Dome. That time he got within about 2 car lengths at the stripe. As now McIntosh has went to the top side of the Beckley Motor Speedway to see if he can gain some ground. Boy, he gained a ton down here in turns 3 and 4. He'll go back to the top side again. The double nickel chassis. We mentioned the 2021 Series champion, now a 3-time Spring Nationals winner, and D-Mac is on the prowl. The tail end of the field getting ready to play a factor. Kenny Rucker's going to be the first car, but Donald McIntosh is now on Zach Dome. Fight for the lead in 1 and 2. McIntosh will go up to the top side, side-by-side point. They ran out of real estate in a hurry off of turn number 2. McIntosh to the inside. Will it be the first lead change of the night? No. Lap number 11 will go back to Zach Dome. To the inside, McIntosh. To the outside, Zach Dome. Fight for the lead off of turn 2, coming down the back straightaway. Tell you what, McIntosh may be a little faster than Zach. He might show it off of turn 4. Just not quite enough room to squeeze between him and the fence. As they will continue to filter their way through the back of the field. Rucker's going to be the first car. We'll see what he does. Rucker goes high. He'll open the bottom. Here comes McIntosh. He'll stick a nose under the 17 and Dome. He'll make the pass once again off of turn number 4. Side by side they'll go. And I tell you what, Benji Hicks is getting ready to be a double nickel party, because here comes the double nickel house car of Benji Hicks. He's been riding that 3rd spot. He's getting ready to run down Dome and McIntosh, getting ready for 3 cars to go at it here in Beckley. Lap 13. Come on, around on the front straightaway is going to go Shane Greco, and the caution's going to come out the first. DirtCarLift.com caution flag will fly, and it'll do so on lap 13. Lap 13, the caution flag comes out. Timing and scoring, looking at the scoreboard, says McIntosh was ahead of Dome. We'll look at that. I think McIntosh says, you know, okay, well, I'll make the pass. They go back to the last completed lap. So McIntosh does get the pass. So that will put Zach Dome back to second. That must have happened down here in 1 and 2. Now Dome will pass him back. They'll figure it out. We'll go into round number 2 tomorrow night. Oh, and Chris Madden is in the hot pit. Chris Madden has brought the 44, the Dryden and Millwood Plumbing number 44 into the pit area, and the crew will go to work. Looks like they're going to go back to the left rear, possibly. No, they're going to work on the right rear. Put the jack underneath the left side, and the team's going to go to work, so Chris Madden will forego that 5th place running spot with 13 laps into this feature. McIntosh out front, 4-time series winner, 2021 series champion, right off of a third Spring Nationals championship. Going to go back to work out of the restart zone. Green flags in the air. Field's going to filter its way down the front straightaway and into one. Oh, Benji caught the fence. Chris Ferguson nearly ran into the back bumper of a 55, and boy, that got wild and wacky in a hurry. Somehow, someway, they sorted out. McIntosh leads the lap, and here comes Chris Ferguson. Ferguson will slip to the outside of Meadows. That's for the fourth spot. Can he have it off of turn 2? Yes, he will. Ferguson will come by. Tell you what, it is a gaggle behind Benji Hicks. I mean, we're talking a hornet's nest. With Ferguson on top of Meadows, you got Hawkins in the 37, and here comes T-Bear, Tyler Bear in the V8. Another driver to keep an eye on. But right now, it is Donald McIntosh showing the way. Out front here in Beckley. Behind him, Zach Noe. Here comes the rest of the field. Meadows to the inside of Ferguson. Ferguson will make the pass. He'll take the fourth spot and set his sights on Benji Hicks. Hawkins now tries to slip to the inside of Meadows as they continue to filter their way through. It'll be lap number 18 going on the board for Donald McIntosh. 18 of the 53 here in the season opener for the 20th anniversary for the Schaeffer's Old Southern Nationals. Man, oh man, it is getting wild in the second half of the top 10. Really wide off the turn 4. Wow, Meadows, Hawkins, and now Kyle Hardy starts to put his name in the hat. He'll come off of turn number 2 and go down the back straightaway. They'll dive into 3 and 4. Man, this is just simply double file, nowhere to go. Tell you what, 2 lanes have developed here in Beckley, and right now they're using it all. That would be the positions. Looks like that would be for 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th on your screen. Nance is right there as well. Out front, it's still Donald McIntosh. He's getting ready to come to the tail end of the field again. Rucker once again going to be on the top side of the 79. As Donald McIntosh will now have the back of the field to work with. Stacy Bowles will be the next car in line. 21 laps in the books, getting ready to come to lap 22 in the season opener. Tell you what, momentum. That's something he did not know. If Doug Sanders is slow on the back straightaway, the 42 is going to make the left-hand turn. He's going to come off the racetrack. By the way, Chris Matt never re-entered the racing surface. He is still sitting in the infield. Hate that for the driver to Green Court, South Carolina. McIntosh, though, will try to filter his... Oh, and around goes the 4 at the back of the field, right in front of the leaders. And Caleb Pulp's going to bring out the second DirtCarLift.com caution flag, and this one will fly on lap 24. Chris Ferguson will go inside. Hawkins will go to the outside. Here we go. 30-lap dash for $10,053 to win here in the black gold 53 in Beckley. Green flag back out, turn 4. Good restarting in for McIntosh. He'll have no in tow. Down into 1 and 2. Benji Hicks to the top. Ferguson looks to the inside of Hicks. Hicks gets a big run off of turn 2. He'll run to the back fuel cell. Up dome down in 3 and 4. Hicks now under pressure. Here comes Chris Ferguson. Ferguson to the inside. He'll take the 3rd spot momentarily from Benji Hicks. Down the front straightaway they go. Hicks is going to fight back. Side by side down into 3 and 4. When Kyle Hardy's starting to squeeze into the picture as well, as Ferguson will now make the pass. He'll slip by Benji Hicks for that 3rd spot. In the meantime, it is Donald McIntosh out front showing the way. Getting ready to be 25 laps in the books. McIntosh, Dome, Ferguson, now Kyle Hardy's going to take the 4th spot. Hardy in the 45 wants a little more. He'll look to the inside of Ferguson. Back comes Benji Hicks. Hicks to the outside of the 45. Tell you what, bottom, middle, top, you got it all in Beckley right now. And that battle for 3rd is using up all of the 3/8 mile here at Beckley momentarily. 3 cars under a blanket for 3rd. Hardy wants a little more. He'll look to the inside of Ferguson. How about Kyle Hardy? Started in the 9th starting spot, looking for 3rd. Can't quite make it stick off of turn 2. They'll go down the back straightaway. Tell you what, the bottom of this racetrack looks pretty sporty, but so does the top, and the caution has come out as Matthew Nance will bring out the 3rd DirtCarLift.com caution flag. Matthew Nance, the driver to Rhonda, North Carolina, comes to a crawl up here on the top side of turn 4, and it looks like he's carrying a little bit of somebody else's sheet metal on that right rear here from Beckley Motor Speedway. It looks like those yellow lights are getting ready to go out. Donald McIntosh, 25 laps away from his 5th career series win. Can he hold off Chris Ferguson, Zach Nome? Green flag back in the air. No rocket down into turns 1 and 2. Ferguson to the top side, Nome to the inside. Here comes Ferguson. He's going to get a win on the run off of turn 2. He'll look to the inside. Oh man, thought about trying to make the pass, but boy, they're 3 wide behind him. Kyle Hardy's going to come out of that mess and fight for Ferguson for 3rd. Hardy on the inside, Ferguson to the outside. We'll get a good run off of turn 2. They'll chase the 17 down the back straightaway. But in the meantime, Donald McIntosh going to cross the stripe. Lap 30 goes on the board. See what, Ferguson gets a good run right here, but he can't quite get there to make anything happen. Well of a run again. He'll look to the outside. Down into turns 3 and 4. They'll come off of 4. Dome just has that perfect line that will not let Ferguson get by. If he can ever get down the hill off of turn 2, he might make something happen. Big run going into 3, and there it is. Slide job at 3 and 4. Ferguson to 2nd. Back comes Dome. He'll fight back, run straight away, give it back to Zach Nome at the strike. Ferguson had the momentum. He'll do it again. He'll rock it off of turn 2. This time a much better launch. Chris Ferguson to 2nd. Kyle Hardy sees the door open. He'll try to knock it down. Can't do it. Dome keeps 3rd. Oh my. Danny of a battle for the runner-up spot. Make it a 3-car races. Here comes Kyle Hardy. And don't look now, but Rockbridge, Bass, Virginia's T-Bear Tyler Bear says, welcome to the party. T-Bear will try to run those 2nd, 3rd, and 4th spots down. And Gavin Cowan, don't count him out. Started at the 20th starting spot. And right now he's fighting in the top 5. McIntosh down the back straightaway, well of a lead right now, nearly a half a straightaway in front of Chris Ferguson. Oh, and it looks like the 4 going to make the left-hand turn. That'll be the end of the night for Caleb Foam. He'll call it an evening. 36 laps to go. So timing and scoring saying that Ferguson is faster than McIntosh. McIntosh will find the tail of the field. He'll look to the inside of Rucker once again. 38 laps in the books. Donald McIntosh down into 1 and 2. Ferguson trying to run him down. Ferguson has committed to the fence down here at 1 and 2. They continue to filter their way through. Dome back to 3rd. Kyle Hardy still trying to make something happen in that 3rd spot, but for the moment, Zach Nome holds on to it. As Donald McIntosh and Chris Ferguson, your top 2. McIntosh trying to methodically get through the tail end of the field. Now with 40 laps in the books, 13 to go at Beckley. 89 career starts for Donald McIntosh coming into this evening. 4 times he's went to victory lane with the series. He's continuing to show the way. He'll go to the outside of Vance. Vance will stay on the bottom. He'll leave the door open on the top side for Donald McIntosh, who has committed to the middle of the racetrack. Field the rest of the way, starting to sort things out as Tyler Bear looks to the inside of Zach Nome. That's the fight for 3rd. Tyler Bear. How about that run for T-Bear? He started back in 12th. He's fighting Nome for 3rd. Benji Hicks is right back in the mix in that battle too. 4 cars fighting for the 3rd spot. Give it to T-Bear off of turn 2. Tyler Bear. He'll pass Zach Nome. Kyle Hardy there. Gavin Cowan to the inside of Hardy. That's for the battle for 4th and 5th. 45 laps officially in the books this time by. Still McIntosh out front. How about a dandy of a battle with Gavin Cowan trying to get by Zach Nome? This last restart for Zach Nome has really kind of taken him out of the mix right now. 46 complete. McIntosh will cross the stripe. Ferguson not far behind, trying to run him down. Mike Benedict and Stacy Bowles. That'll be the 2 cars between the leaders. When you go back and look at all-time starts, Vic Hill has the most. Vic has 94. Tonight, McIntosh made his 89th start, so it's possible he can take over the all-time starts list, or all-time start spot over the next few races. He'd rather see that check in victory lane. And right now, he'll continue to hold the pace out front. Ferguson is doing everything he can against the fence in 1 and 2. 49 in the books. They continue to filter around. I tell you what, Randy and his staff. Oh man, and Ferguson gets into Kenny Rucker, and Rucker's going to stop in turn 2, and the DirtCarLift.com caution flag comes out. Oh my. Ferguson slid over the nose of Rucker. They both went up. Rucker caught the fence. And this will bring the caution out with 48 in the books. So stick around to finish out the night. 5 laps to go at Beckley. Donald McIntosh, Chris Ferguson, Tyler Barrett, Gavin Cowan, and Zach Nome. Your top 5. Here we go. At a turn 4, green flags in the air. McIntosh through the middle. Tyler Barrett will look to the inside of Ferguson. Ferguson's going to rocket for that second spot. Down into 3 and 4. McIntosh going to come across the stripe. 4 laps to go. Battle for second. Barrett thought about getting to the inside of Ferguson. Couldn't make it happen. He'll do it again. He'll look back to the inside. No go on the turn 2. Donald McIntosh says, you boys fight it for second. I'm going to try to steal one at Beckley. In 1 and 2 he goes. Donald McIntosh. 89 career wins. 3 times now a Spring Nationals champion. 2 laps to go at Beckley Motor Speedway for D-Mac. Tell you what, Tyler Barrett's not going to let Chris Ferguson run away with that second spot. He'll go back to the inside of the 22 of Fergie. Still, it'll be Ferguson to hold the line down the back straightaway off a turn 4 white flag. 1 lap to go. The final lap at Beckley Motor Speedway, the 20th anniversary of the Schaeffersville Southern Nationals. The 89th start out of turn 4 will become the 5th win for D-Mac. Donald McIntosh wins at Beckley. Second to Chris Ferguson, Tyler Barrett third, Gavin Cowan fourth, and at the stripe, Zach Nome will round out your top 5.
Y'all make some noise for him as he gets out of the car there. How about it for Donald McIntosh in the 79 machine? Race fans, make some noise for D-Mac! Man, oh man. Come up here, Donald. Let's make sure this microphone's going to work. Well, you said you needed a little momentum. There's not much more momentum than coming out here and leading most of this thing and winning this thing, man. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir, man. What an awesome race car. This thing was such a pleasure to drive. I can't thank Billy Hicks enough, Aaron and JJ. This double nickel race car was on point tonight, all night long, and man, that was fun. I hope we can keep it rolling. We've had a really good car lately, just needed some luck, and we found it tonight. So thanks to good Lord for keeping us safe and letting us all get to do this. So it's really cool.
You got by him right before that one caution came out, then we started having multiple cautions. What was going through your mind?
Honestly, from the start of the race, he was on a little softer right rear tire, and he races up here a lot, so I knew he was going to fire off good, and I was really worried that I went on the wrong tire. But after I started running him down there, I was like, okay, I think we went on the right thing here, and it turns out we were pretty good there. Like I said, we had a really good car tonight.
Beckley Motor Speedway, you're winning